What is going on, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Hold on, I didn't even test my audio to make sure. Yeah, it looks like everything's coming through okay. Perfect. Well, happy Tuesday, happy maintenance day. I have no idea what to expect from maintenance today, but I don't think we're getting land on Mav server, otherwise that would have been announced. So the question then becomes when land. That's going to be the theme of the show. So I hope everybody's doing well. You can see here I am struggling through the season, kind of just stuck in Diamond 2. Although you know what, I'm getting close to Diamond 1, so we're not too far off. But look at this win rate. It is atrocious. Not even 50%, not even close to 50%. So, I don't know. I guess I'm still flirting with the idea of going down to gold and seeing what happens there. But you know what? And here's an interesting topic that I'm considering for the future, right? I'm actually considering if things like pop off again or whatever the case is. Actually, not even that. I'm actually considering moving down all the way to silver in the future, because if and when Rebellion comes out, sorry, not if, but when Rebellion comes out, I wouldn't be ready to drop another 4-5 grand on cards to be able to play at a maxed out level. Shoot, I don't even think I dropped 3 grand for gold. So it's like, I don't know, when the future comes, we'll see how powerful Chaos Legion is. That might be an interesting talking point. But you can see here right now, set value. So Chaos Legion to play at the highest levels, well, you know what? Right now it's only 2,600, so that's not as crazy. Gold 1,500, but still, like when Rebellion comes out, the hype's going to be up there. But even if it's not, I mean, who's ready to drop another 1,500 to 3 grand to play at the higher levels? Especially knowing what I know now in terms of how cyclical things go, I would just wait until the hype for Rebellion died down and just buy in later. And the fact that I do have a Chaos Legion deck now will hopefully carry me. But that's actually not where I even wanted to start the stream. I don't know. I was just randomly thinking about it. But let's actually head back to a quick look at token values. SPS is quickly making its way south of the border. DEC is back below 800 Splintoshis. Vouchers down. Hive down. Bitcoin staying stable at 26K. So, yeah, we're in an interesting spot here. Let me go ahead and get into the chat now and see who is in the house. We got Rainier Games. What's going on? Gregory Levenfield. Beaker, what is going on? Carlo 87, welcome. Beaker says, same reason why I dropped. Oh, I'm assuming now dropped to gold. Not have deck for SPF for diamond. Yeah, it just it all depends on what things look like. Obviously, if things really pop off and hype and FOMO are back in at some point, then it could be interesting. But a better question is when will we get to when will Rebellion come out? And I don't mean that from like a month or time standpoint. Based on what Aggie said during the town hall yesterday, town square, he was saying that we're probably going to get to a point where packs will be, I forgot what he said. I should go back and listen to it. But whatever he said made me think, like, will they not release Rebellion until Chaos Legion packs prices are higher than the $4? Like, here's the thing: if they drop Rebellion packs, and let's say they keep it all even, right? Let's say Rebellion packs are $4 a pop again, maybe plus a voucher. What, if you're a new player coming in, why would you even bother with Rebellion? Why wouldn't you just go straight to Chaos Legion packs? They're so much cheaper. There's so many cards out there, right? There's still 3 million packs or 2.85 million packs that haven't been opened. So, Rebellion was first time we heard a date for Rebellion was last month, right? July, saying that it could be out as early as July, which was 3 months after Chaos Legion sold / burned out. But you know what's interesting is I wonder if the mini set was going to be this thing that could help push Rebellion out, but we haven't heard anything about the mini set recently, right? That was supposed to, the last time we heard a date given for the mini set, that was in September, but that's next month. We don't have land yet. And the question then becomes, okay, if this mini set comes any later than like September, I don't think we get Rebellion until next year. Even more importantly, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think on one of the recent town halls or town squares, Aggie said he like something changed with the mini set and they need to go back and like take a look or have a conversation or whatever. So, you know, we're not hearing anything about mini set. We're not hearing anything about tower defense. We're not hearing anything about, well, we are hearing something about land. Farpatrod's going on vacation next week. So if we don't hear anything by land in the next 72 hours, then I would say that's probably getting pushed to September. But that's the real question, right? I want to get a poll here of when people think land's going to make it. Not on the map server, but actually live in the game, because we have one more maintenance window this month. It's a week from today. So I want to take some bets. I want to see if people think we are going to get it live by the end of August, or if it's going to get pushed into September. Just taking a temperature, feeling out the room here. All right, hold on. Darkest Night always calls while I'm streaming. Can I chat later? He did this yesterday when we were doing playing Parallel, which is fun. If you guys check that out, let me know. I was talking to Darkest Night this morning, actually. So I don't know why he's calling me back. But we were talking about like maybe doing like a once a week or, you know, bi-weekly thing where we get on and we play. So anybody's interested, could be fun. And maybe we don't just play that, you know, there might be other games that we check out too. So isn't there still a mini set coming up by the end of the year? Well, you know, I haven't heard anything else aside from September / we need to change. So I'm assuming that we're going to get a mini set. So, okay. So let's play out both scenarios, Gregory. This is a good question then. Assuming we get the mini set by the end of the year, when does Rebellion come out? Let's say we get the mini set as early as October. I don't think there's any way it's coming in September now. So if it comes out in October, do you think that they launch the next main set within 6 months of that? I don't know. I don't think so. Because that puts us in like Q2 of next year. And if it comes any later than that, right, I would say, I don't know. So much depends on how much land actually eats up from a card perspective. And you know me, I got my Papa Bear mug today. I think land will do tremendous things for DEC and hopefully SPS, but I'm a bear when it comes to land's effect on cards. I just don't think it's gonna do as much. And the question then becomes, also, if you want to make this super interesting, is when, like, what's here? Here's a better question for you guys. What comes out first, Rebellion or Land 2.0? And the reason I ask that, and I'm not trying to be tongue in cheek, I'm asking like genuinely. So much of that hinges on Land 1.5. If 1.5 does not deliver the goods that everybody's hoping for, which I think there's a lot more, I don't want to even call it bearish sentiment, but just like realistic sentiment. You know, a lot of the conversations that I'm having, even last night, if you guys caught Stever and BB Omega stream, I was on with them. You know, they're saying that we're, you know, 1.5 is probably this was Stever, right? And I don't mean to put words in his mouth, so if I get it wrong, sorry, Stever, I don't mean to mischaracterize it. But like Stever was thinking that we're gonna get some kind of like maybe mini pump for Land 1.5, but people are gonna realize that the returns aren't that great because it's gonna be all the whales at the top, people who have legendary occupied plots just soaking up all that SPS, and you can't sell grain yet, right? So how is it going to work for the other folks who are not able to really compete and get SPS? They might become disillusioned, and they will then maybe sell off their plots, and we might see a dip in plots. Now, this is what Stever was saying. I don't necessarily disagree with it. I think there's so many factors in the air. I do think that everything is cyclical, so there's always going to be pumps and then subsequent dumps. So in a way, I do expect there to be a small hype wave, and then we crash back down. My hope is that we just don't crash back down to where we're at right now. But if that's how things play out, then I don't know. So then that brings us back to the original question. If Land 1.5 doesn't deliver the goods, meaning, and I'm saying this from a cards perspective, because like I said, I'm still a bull on Land 1.5 for DEC, soaking up a good amount of DEC. But if Land doesn't deliver the goods on cards, right, then I would say that they would need to get Land 2.0 out before Rebellion. Because what are you going to do? Flood the market with cards? With more cards? Or just accept the reality that Land was never going to do that for cards, and then drop another set so that people get excited about new cards, new abilities, new all that, right? I don't know. Curious to see your thoughts. Let me see where the chat's at. Morning, guys. What's going on? Land 2030. Oh, gosh. Darkest Night still saying Land 2024, so we'll see. I do think we're going to get it this year. And like I said, it's if we don't get it this week, then hopefully early September. But the problem is that Farp's going to be going on vacation, and then the week after that is Labor Day, so that's going to be like a holiday here in the US. So I don't know if that's going to slow things down from people just taking some time off and it being a short week. And so every week that 1.5 gets delayed, I would say that 1.6 obviously has a subsequent delay behind that. And if we go with the longer time frame for 1.6, so they said they're hoping to get another iterative thing out between 1.5 and 1.6. If we want to get that out between 4 to 6 weeks, so that would put us then in November, right? If Land 1.5 gets pushed to mid-September, that would put 1.6 in November. And that's not to say that 1.6 is going to be so far away from 2.0, but if it's going to take 6 weeks to go from 1.5 to 1.6, even if we're optimistic and say another 6 weeks to go to 2.0, that puts Land 2.0 in January. But I would say this. Actually, no, that would put Land 2.0 in December of 2023, which is not going to be the case at all, because we already know that they have planned 2.0 for some time in Q2 of next year. Plus, once you get to like mid-November, it's like holidays here in the States. Everybody's just kind of chilling and grooving. So, gosh, I wonder what it's going to look like. What's the end of year winter sale going to look like this year? Oh, that's a good question. There might not be an end of year sale if Rebellion is not out, if the mini set's not out. And here's the thing: if they're doing a mini set promo with another company that comes out in like October, is it going to go on sale like 6 weeks later or 2 months later? That doesn't seem right. So I don't know. I don't know if we get a winter sale this year. That's sad. I want another Archibus the Bear. Farp has also been spending a lot of time 3D printing his Mandalorian helmet. Are you saying he's spending too much time doing that and not enough coding? Ryan 600, man, I haven't chatted with you in a minute. How are you? I really hope on Land this month. Oh, dude, I mean, people have been hoping for Land for a long time. Ryan, how many cards do you think Land will soak up? Okay, we already know. So this is what I like to show people to give a sobering reality, because I'm not trying to be Papa Bear just to be Papa Bear. Land is supposed to soak up 750,000 cards when we are fully maxed out, right? When Land is fully utilized. Now, as it is, 15% of Land still has not yet been surveyed or claimed. And of the remaining 85%, a lot of people are guessing that we're only going to see 20% utilization. So let's just be on the high side there. Let's say we get uh, let's say we get 40% utilization of the entire 150,000 plots. That would be 300,000 cards. Okay, and I'm just looking at 1.5. Maybe 1.6 could bring in more. So if there's 300,000 cards, and I take a look here at all the cards ever printed, not even including the soulbound cards, which can be unlocked. As it stands, we have 50 million cards to fill up 300,000 slots. Sorry, it's more like 53 million cards if you include gold. So this is, and I think this is the problem that we continue running into with just kind of like expectations. I think we always expect, the expectations are too high, right? And I think the team feels that way, and I think the community feels that way, where it's just like, you look at the numbers and you're like, oh well, hey, if all cards are combined, right, and maxed out to whatever level they can be, then land soaks up 75% of the cards currently out there. All right, that's all well and good, but that assumes we get 100% utilization, and we get not just 100% utilization in terms of like DEC, but 100% utilization in terms of land, where everything is maxed out and optimized. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. Like, we haven't even seen people survey their land. We haven't seen, in the past, we haven't seen that. We haven't seen ourselves hit those different milestones. Now, I don't want to be unfair about it. There have been things that have like surpassed the hype in the past, such as what's that called? Like the Great Burning Event. All right. I mean, that thing burned like, was it 300, almost 400 million DEC? No, I'm not counting DECB because that was already taken care of. But I don't know. I mean, there's 53 million cards, Ryan. 300,000 spots. I don't know. You do the math. Brandon, totally agree. SPS drop in favor of DEC buying. Bigger issue if the bulk of the community becomes disillusioned with land 1.5. Yeah. Well, I don't think people are going to become disillusioned. Like, it's not a matter of being disillusioned, right? Like, I had high expectations for land. I mean, I still do have high expectations for land, but I'm just a participant, meaning that I just want to be there. So it's not like if land returns are low, I'm going to go and sell off my plots. But I do think that there are going to be a significant amount of people out there who maybe bought land thinking that they could get, a lot of stuff from it. I mean, a lot of people probably bought land thinking that they could easily flip it. A lot of people probably bought land thinking that they could farm grain and then just sell the grain and ride, the land wave up. But there's no grain to be sold in 1.5. So, what does that tell you? At first, it's going to be a race to max out production points on plots. That's true. Odic, what's going on? Hello, welcome. So Ryan saying cards will be needed for Soul Keep along with land. Yeah, we're not talking about Soul Keep right now, though. We don't really know when that's coming out. I know Weirdbeard said not months, but I don't think... I mean, the team's not going to focus on it until after land is out, so I feel like we should probably follow their lead and not focus on it until land is out. I do think that it could eat some cards, but here's my fear with Soul Keep. The team has to learn the code, and they have to like go in. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Team has to go in and learn the code, which means I think the game might be ready to go now, but all of the extra things we wanted, right? PvP versions, tournaments, all different kinds of like extras. That's going to take a while, because keep in mind, if the code is coming in-house, then that means it's going to eat up in-house resources rather than being something that somebody else produced. So now all of a sudden it's like, well, we're going to need Soul Keep updates. And I don't think Monster Staking is going to be live with Soul Keep at the beginning. I think I think they were pretty clear about that. So it's like, well, you got to divert resources from somewhere, land, guilds, GLG, whatever it is, whatever else there is, in order to get, the next phase of Soulkeep going. Because as it stands right now, Soulkeep is just like extra on top there. I don't know, like anybody's really assigned to it. I mean, maybe somebody's assigned to it now, but traditionally they haven't been because it's been double coconut. Aaron Kennedy, when? What's going on, Aaron? Good to see you here. I thought we're talking about cards. We are. That's what we were looking at. There's 50 million cards out there, 53 million cards. Now, to me, the most fascinating thing that's going on. Oh, there's decrops on here. Let's freaking go. What's up? Look at that. I'm glad to see Splinter Cards is branching out into other games now. And yes, I'm still playing. I know I haven't done content for it in a while, but How's your preparation for land going? Asked Beaker. I found it hard to determine which cards to put on plots to be producing enough grain to feed the others. Well, I'm taking this probably a little too casually, Beaker, because I am not I'm not prepared at all. Part of that is probably the keep, because I know that I'm going to be getting something from that, whether it's SPS or grain. So my hope is that the keep will be able to provide me with enough grain. Like, I know that I'm going to put all my best cards on there. So it really just depends on with my other two plots if I want to go for SPS or research, and it all depends on what they decide to do with research, if there's going to be any kind of hype for research from the get-go. All right. Also, if land doesn't suck up that much cards, the concern is just that their value doesn't go up as quickly. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not, Ryan. I'm not one of those people that expects like cards. I don't like to invest in cards, so I'm not worried about their value going up necessarily. But I mean, I'm sure other people are. I mean, for me, it's just a matter of. It's just a matter of, if it doesn't suck up the cards, then you're still going to have a lot of Chaos Legion packs out there. And to the point of the question that I brought earlier, will Rebellion come out at $4 a pop per pack when Chaos Legion packs are still selling for $1.30 on the secondary market? Because here's the thing, there's still a player base, 1,000 to 2,000 people right now, that's going to buy Rebellion, right, when it comes out. But if the hope is that new players come in, they're not, like, if new players come in, they're not going to touch Rebellion. Like, why would they, when you can get another pack for like 33% of the price or a third of the price? And Chaos Legion cards are good. So there's the other issue. Now all of a sudden it's like, well, how much of a power creep does Rebellion need to be in order for new players to come in and decide, well, I need to buy Rebellion packs even though they're 3 times the price of the old Chaos Legion cards, because otherwise I'm not going to be competitive. I'm perfectly happy with cheap cards for a while until SPS and DEC. Yeah, I think there's value in that, right? But all I'm saying is that cheap cards are good. Cheap cards are good because if we can get SPS to pump, right, with land, people come in and they feel like they are able to play the game at an affordable level. Card prices aren't super high. So I'm actually okay with that too. All I'm saying is that for everybody waiting for Rebellion, does cheap card prices push off the launch of Rebellion, the release of Rebellion? Blockchain projects, once map testing is announced, I think DEC will start moving up. Let's hope so. Okay, where are we at now? Oh, whoops. That's not what I meant to do. All right, sorry guys. I think I'm gonna have to keep this a little bit shorter today. Got some things I need to take care of. So let's see, Pretoria. Yeah, there you go. So we're still at like 15% unsurveyed or unclaimed. See, these are the numbers I was running with. Like if each one of these, there's like 4,600, right? Okay, hold on. Let's just have some fun with this. And we're not even going to assume bonuses for totems, titles, whatever. Let's just go with, okay, 3433 plus 920. 3433 plus 923 plus 222 plus 56. So 4634 occupied plots in total. Now let's assume that each of these is able to achieve a maxed base production points of 100,000. All right, so multiply that by 100,000. All right, so that's 463 million production points, and that is just on occupied lands, and that doesn't include totem, Rooney, or rarity bonuses, or land type bonuses. So now you're up against 463 million. And let's say you're able to get your plot to 100,000, right? For whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. No. It's not 463 million because at the base level, Occupy gets a 2x, right? So multiply that. So now we're at 926 million. So now what is your 100,000 base versus divided by, was it 926? So you're getting 0.0001%. 1/100%. Multiply that by 62500. There you go. Divide that by 30. Oh shoot, you're still getting a good amount of SPS. 22 SPS per day. Okay. I stand corrected. But keep in mind, that's less than 5,000 plots. So we'll see how that actually ends up working out. Why do I feel like SPL is dying a slow, painful death? Too much FUD. I wouldn't say dying a slow, painful death. I think we're just getting to a point now where I don't know. I think we're just getting to a point now where, people have gotten, what's that? It's like 5 stages of loss, or 5 stages cycle of the market. Depression, is that where we're at right now? We're going to be in this stage until people can see that something else happens. Bitcoin starts inching up again. We start getting also a lot of the things we've been waiting for. This has just been a really rough 4-month stretch. I mean, outside of a couple of like big hitters, such as the Great Burning, the launch of SPS staking requirements, and then of course human only, all of which were like good, right? I mean, it's weird that we were bullish like just a month ago. But like outside, outside of those, we haven't got a lot of the big hitters that we were expecting, right? Since June, Land 1.5, GLG, Tower Defense. So once those are out, hopefully that'll keep people satisfied, and then we'll start looking forward to what's next. What's the price of the card sets these days? I've not checked a while. A bronze CL set cost. Let's actually go and see that. All right, so the set value for a bronze Chaos Legion deck is under $200 right now. And see, I think that's great, right? That's attainable for most people, because you go out and you get a bronze Chaos set for $195. You get the reward cards for Chaos for $12. Yo. And even Rift Watchers. Oh, that's another $209. Those legendaries. But that's interesting, actually. Hold on. How much? So what is it? 195, 209. We'll just say $450. And you're able to win like one SPS in bronze right now. 1 times 0.018 times, let's say you win 12 times a day out of the 24, divided by 450 times 365. I mean, the APR in bronze is like 17-18%. That's not terrible. Hold on, but you do have to have some SPS. So that's going to come down a little bit. But staking SPS adds kind of to the return, the APR that you get. Because you can just toss in another what? Let's see. You can toss in another... You can toss another 17% on top of that for staking that SPS. Fascinating. Okay. So it kind of cancels itself out. Especially if you're getting in now with car prices low and SPS low. Worth digging into some of those numbers. All right, I think we need SPS DEC value to happen, which will then add more player base because of the amount earned by playing the game, and then all cards will fly off the shelves, and then we get Rebellion. Let's hope so. Time to buy. Ryan likes hearing the FUD right now. Everyone is apathetic, definitely depression phase, less salt than a few months ago. So this is actually probably the most concerning for me, blockchain projects. Like, it's the fact that, people were angry before, but at least that showed that they still cared. We're reaching a point where people have checked out. So, that's definitely concerning. All right. All right, let me check one last thing with land. I do like the spread here. Caldera's got too many of those. Now, in Land of Prosperity, which is the region that I'm in, this might be worth checking into. Canyons. Oh, tundras. Fascinating. Yeah, that'll be something good to look at. Is it people or bots that have checked out? Well, we definitely lost a lot of bots, but there's no doubt that sentiment for people have also checked out. I'm looking to swap an occupied land in 65 for area 51. Know anyone that might be willing? I can ask. Have streamers noticed this apathy phase in channel analytics? That's worth checking. I mean, numbers are down for sure. But what's been interesting is that like subscriber numbers are still ticking up. Or at least, for me, they have been since July. So I do think so here's the positive note. I do think that there are still people checking out the game. So it just depends on like what the user experience is like coming in. Now, I don't think it helps probably to come in and see like all the salt. But at the same time, a lot of you guys have this like, ooh, buy, right? Whenever there's a lot of FUD around it. So hopefully we get people coming in with that kind of mindset. All right, guys, I'm really sorry. I do have to cut the stream a lot earlier than I was expecting today. But I will try to be back here. Well, I'll be back on Thursday for sure. And hopefully we'll see if there's anything more with LAN 1.5. But yeah, we're going into maintenance now, so I apologize. I can't keep you entertained during maintenance. Super, I have an occupied common with building in a box in 65. I want equivalent in areas 51. Yeah, we'd love to have you. I would look to see if there's anything on sale first, and then maybe try reaching out to them. But I can ask around for sure. Gregory. All right, guys. Sorry, I gotta run, but I will catch up with you all soon. I'll be back on Thursday, maybe tomorrow if I can, just to make up for this, especially if there's news. But otherwise, we'll have hopefully some LAN stuff to talk about in a couple of days. Oh, you guys scooped up some good cards. Dragon Epic for 400. Let's go. All right. Fantastic. All right. Have an awesome rest of your day. I will catch up with you all soon. And yeah, take care. Peace.